So what exactly would have embarrassed a Victorian? The answer is often more revealing than you might think.
Welcome to Literally Victorian with your host, Matthew Lee Hanson.
Hello and welcome back to Literally Victorian. My name is Matthew and I hope you're all doing very well indeed. Now, one of the quickest ways to attract unwanted attention in the 19th century was through appearance. The Victorians placed an enormous value on presenting themselves properly. Clothing wasn't simply practical, it communicated respectability. To appear unkempt could suggest laziness or carelessness, or even a questionable character. A gentleman with dirty boots or a poorly fitted coat might find himself judged long before he spoke. Victorian society expected self-control. When there were loud arguments or public drunkenness, shouting in the street, these things were generally viewed as terribly embarrassing and quite improper. Even excitement could be expected to remain measured. The ideal Victorian image was one of restraint. To lose control of one's emotions in public often attracted criticism. Speech also mattered enormously. The way a person spoke often revealed their education, their background, and their social position. Using the wrong words, mispronouncing names, displaying poor grammar in formal company. All of these could cause embarrassment. In many ways, speech functioned as a social signal, and people listened carefully. Interestingly enough, though, money was considered something of a private matter. Talking openly about income was often viewed as inappropriate. Financial difficulties were particularly sensitive. Many families preferred to maintain appearances even when they were struggling. As a result, discussions about money were frequently approached with caution. What about introductions? They carried importance. So did invitations, thank you letters, calling cards. A forgotten social obligation could become deeply embarrassing. It wasn't catastrophic, because it suggested poor manners. Victorian etiquette was full of small expectations, and people were expected to understand them. Courtship even carried its own risks. A rejected proposal or unanswered letter, public displays of affection that exceeded accepted boundaries, all could become sources of embarrassment. Relationships were often conducted within a framework of social expectation, which meant mistakes rarely remained entirely private. But one of the more interesting Victorian concerns was over-familiarity, asking overly personal questions or invading private matters. If one spoke too freely, these behaviours could make others uncomfortable. Politeness often depended upon maintaining appropriate distance, at least in public. What made embarrassment particularly powerful in Victorian society was that reputation mattered. Communities were often smaller, social circles overlapped, and first impressions carried weight. People therefore became highly aware of how they were perceived. They weren't uniquely sensitive, but social consequences could be significant. The Victorian world was filled with rules, some practical, some unnecessary, some surprisingly familiar. But perhaps what is most interesting is that many Victorian embarrassments still exist today. We may dress differently, speak differently, and live differently, but few of us enjoy looking foolish in public, and in that respect, the Victorians may not have been so different after all. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye for now.